Hello, my name is Ugnius. I am a pianist and educator, and in today's video I'll share 7 tips that will help beginner and intermediate level pianists to select and decide on the pieces they wish to play. Specifically, I'll talk about what to look for and what to look at when choosing your pieces. The amount of piano music which is still being discovered is massive. Even more so, composers write new music every year and most of it is really good. Okay, so let's try and get down to the bottom of this list, because I know that some of you might struggle to choose your pieces as you start to play the piano. Number 1, try to look at simple key signatures. Up to 3 sharps or flats is more than enough. Any more than that might just be confusing and overwhelming. Try to avoid complicated rhythms in the pieces. Note values like crotchets, quavers, semiquavers, or quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16 notes are really good for starters. There could be a few dotted or tied notes, but in general, try to keep it simple so that you can really learn and understand the idea of pulse and rhythm in its most basic form. Number 3. Look for something that sits well within the basic hand positions. Nothing too acrobatic, as that will make you stressed and you will have a hard time relaxing your shoulders, hands, fingers and your mind while playing the piano. Number 4. Pieces that are long will take a long time to learn. You might get tired of it before you manage to learn it all. Number 5. As you get further into piano playing, you can start to look at pieces that make you use more of the piano as opposed to just a small part of it. Number 6. Look for pieces that will help you develop the coordination between the hands. Say, one plays legato while the other is doing staccato. Most of all, think of the pieces that you love. It's easy to practice, makes you want to keep getting back to the piano and helps to improve it. Once you build up some kind of a base, I would suggest learning a few pieces at once, covering different aspects of piano playing. For example, having to play one slow piece and one fast one, or one that is written in a very compact way and the other that is more spread out on the keyboard. Try to get more variety within your repertoire. And you could look at some examples from a BRSM or Trinity exam boards as to what they're looking for. Let's have a look at some possible pieces you could look at when starting the piano. Number 1, When the Saints Go Marching, from the Alfred's book 1. This has very simple key signatures, no complex rhythms, easy hand positions, short piece. Here you can explore pedal possibilities. Helps to develop a coordination between the hands too, in a sense that it uses 2 simple hand movements. Number 2. You could also look at the piece that's called Alouette from the same book, Alfred's book 1. It has very easy key signature, simple hand positions, variety of different rhythms including quavers, crotchets, minims and semi-briefs. Number 3. The Echo by Theodore Oyston. It was featured in the Grade 1 book of ABRSM. This piece does sit well with my suggestions for repertoire selection. It has simple keys, avoids complicated rhythms, yet explores new ones by adding triplets. It also sits well within the hand position. You can even use sustaining pedal too. For the tutorial how to use sustaining pedal I made a couple of months ago, please check the link up here. Number 4. Burgmuller Etude Opus 25 number 1. In general, his etudes would be a good start if you were to think about improving your technique. This one helps with that rotation movement of our hand and also involves quite a lot of thumb. So if you wish for a better thumb flexibility in various passage works, scales and so on, this might be a good one for you. Moreover, it sits well with my comments before. It has simple key signatures, rhythm is not too complicated, it sits well within the hand position and so on. Next in the list is Burgmuller again. This time is his Arabesque from the same book. This featured in the ABRSM's Grade 2 piano book for 2019-2020. Yes, this is also fun to play. The rhythms are not too complicated, yet we're starting to see some tied notes, dotted rhythms, and first and second time bars this time. But don't worry, it's just the right amount of it and you won't get overwhelmed with it. This also sits well with basic hand positions, and most of all it makes both of your hands really work because of those semi-quavers in right hand and left hand. The next on the list is called Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. This here, like in the first Burgmuller Etude, will definitely help you improve that thumb flexibility and sensitivity, but this time for the left hand. Also, the left hand is dominated by arpeggios heavily here, so this will help you to improve that left hand overall. It sits well within the hand positions and all the other comments mentioned before. So now we are entering a zone of an intermediate level pianist. The music becomes a bit more complicated here, but still a lot of the times it sits well within my comments mentioned before. I guess you all know this piece. Yes, this is Bach's Prelude in C major from his well-tempered clavier. It may look overwhelming, but to me this looks like a very good step to make, learning this prelude after the Burgmuller studies. Not only will this improve your overall sense and understanding of harmony, but it will also help that coordination between your hands. This has consistent note values, teaches you arpeggio technique. It also consists of simple key signature, sits well within the hand positions, is not too long to get bored, and most of all, everyone loves this. Number 8, the Chopin Waltz in A minor. Again, this has simple key signature, rhythms are not really that complicated, apart from one bar in the whole piece. A lot of the times it really suits the basic hand position, but involves some transitions that need a little practice. This piece seems a little longer, but because it repeats itself, it actually is short. It also explores a wide range of keyboards too. With quite a few jumps in the left hand accompaniment, this will definitely help you to learn the geography of the keyboard. Number 9. Czerny Etude number 1, opus 299. To me, this piece is a huge technical milestone. If a student has gone so far and plays this, that means a lot to me as a teacher. Again, this does comply with my comments mentioned before, such as simple key signature, simple rhythms, mainly semiquavers, hand position sits well within the left hand. However, the challenge is in the right hand scales. Again, a good step up for your technique. The piece itself, it's not that long either, so this will not take ages to learn it. Number 10. Chopin's Prelude number 4 from opus 28. Although this might look simple to you, but in fact this is quite a challenging piece of music. Here the challenge is in the balance between the hands, phrasing of the melody, the use of a staining pedal, beautiful singing tone, understanding of harmony. And yet it is still within a simple key signature, simple consistent rhythmical picture, and most of the times it sits within the hand position. So as you can see, all the pieces up to now, if you look carefully, they follow some sort of a technical pattern. Although this last piece does not seem technically challenging, but it has its difficulties and this will most likely be challenging to you. If you think this might be your list of pieces to learn in the next year or so, then definitely do so and check out the description below to my website and my Patreon, as I'll be sharing separate video tutorials talking about each and every piece in that list to help you tackle possible problems and challenges on the way. That's it for today. I hope you found this useful. As always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, and make sure to leave your comments down below with your favorite pieces you like to play and what list of pieces you think works well for you or your students. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.